Hello everyone, this is my video analysis of a number sense activity, and for my activity I am looking at the website Illuminations, and my activity is called Lost Buttons. It's that orange button right there, so we'll click on that. And this activity is geared toward around 2nd grade. It's really introducing subtraction, so you might be able to do it a little earlier, maybe 2nd grade is probably the latest you'd want to go because of subtraction being a topic we introduced pretty early. So in this activity, the teacher is just introducing subtraction. It will start with the teacher calling 7 students to the front of the room, and after rolling a 6-sided number die, she will have so many students sit down. So with 7 students at the front of the room and she rolls a 4, then she'll have 4 students sit down and the class will count how many are still at the front of the room. So there's still 3 students at the front of the room. So after the teacher does this, she'll walk through how to make a number sentence for students, and students will start to see how subtraction number sentences work. After this activity, the teacher will pass out a picture of a t-shirt to each student and several buttons, probably like 7, and the students will practice the same kind of activity by putting buttons on their shirt, and then they'll roll the die, and that die will say how many buttons they take off of the shirt or they can lose. And then the students will create their own number sentences saying, I started with 7 buttons, I lost 4, and now I have 3 buttons left on my shirt. So students will practice this with a partner, going back and forth, creating their own number sentences, and then once the activity's over, the students will pick one number sentence, draw however many buttons they started with, so 7. They will cross out 4 of the buttons to demonstrate losing them, and have the 3 buttons remaining on the shirt. So that just illustrates the number sentence that they came up with there. I think this is a pretty low DOK activity because it's purely recalling what the students rolled on their die or drew on their shirts. So they aren't having to think at a very high level, but it's just purely introducing subtraction, so that's why it's at a lower level. But I'd say this connects also to number sense because students need to understand number sense and how numbers relate to each other to understand how many, once you take 3 away from 7, you have 4 left. They need to understand relationships of numbers to be able to do that. An advantage to this is that it's a really simple demonstration to how subtraction works, and any teacher could do this in like one class period. And one disadvantage is that I thought of today is that students might begin to think that subtraction can only be when you're looking for the unknown result, and they won't understand that you could be looking for the unknown change or the unknown start depending on the question as well. So that is Lost Buttons for you. Thanks.